We're going to set the preferences for our master catalog. When we set these preferences, it'll stay with this catalog. If we set up a new master catalog, then you'll have to reset the preferences on that catalog as well. We're going to set this up for the best practices for Photo 123 and the way that we work here at Orange Coast College. So the thing I need to do to set the preferences is launch Lightroom, and I'm going to do that from my Lightroom file. So if I go to my flash drive and into my LR folder, you can see that I have my file that's named my name 123 and underscore LR, which is the naming convention that I used to show me that this is my master catalog for 123. I'm going to double click on it and it's going to launch Lightroom Classic. We know that we're in our catalog because it has our name 123 and that LR up here at the top. So we're going to go up to Lightroom Classic and we're going to say Preferences, and it's going to bring up this dialog box, and we're going to talk about these settings and what we're going to set. So we're going to start off in the General tab, and in the General tab we want to uncheck this first box under Import Options. We do not want it to show the import dialog when the memory card is detected. We don't want it to automatically default to import mode if the card is in. We're going to move the images around on the disk. That'll happen once we get our preferences set up. We'll do that demo. So we're going to uncheck that, and we're going to go to our presets. And the thing that we want to check in the presets preference is to store presets with this catalog. We do not want to have the presets stored on the computer. This is all about that portability of our master catalog. We want to save those presets with the catalog, so no matter what computer we use this catalog on, the presets that we have set up when we go through our workflow stay with this catalog and are usable for it. In our external editing, we're going to allow it to open up the latest version of Photoshop, so the default of that is fine. We want to open it as a PSD file and not a TIFF file. We are going to set the color space to Adobe 98, and we're going to set the bit depth to 8 bits and the resolution to 300 in both of these windows. Then we're going to go to the File Handling tab, the fourth tab in here. And in the fourth tab, we are going to make sure that Embed Fast Load Data is checked and that Embed Original RAW File is unchecked. That is all the settings that we're going to do. There are a lot of other settings that we're not going to be concerned about in this class, that in other classes you may get into more detail on those. But for 123, that's what we're going to set for our preferences. So now we can click this red button in the upper left corner. And the last thing that we want to check as we're setting up this catalog is our catalog settings, which is up in the upper left or under Lightroom Classic menu. We want catalog settings. And in this one, we want to look at our metadata tab. And what we want to check on this one is to automatically write changes into sidecar files, XMP ACR files. What this means is that Lightroom will write a little file that buddies up to your image file. So once we start making adjustments to our images, you'll start seeing these XMP files show up in your Photos folder on your flash drive. And those XMP files are all the settings or changes that we make in Lightroom. And what that makes it is, again, a very portable file. So at the end of the class, if you're no longer using Lightroom, there's other software that can read your files and the XMP files and show you all of the settings that you have set in Lightroom. So this is setting us up for success beyond the class if we don't continue to use Lightroom beyond Photo 123. So that is your catalog setups. One of them said that we needed to restart. The saving the preferences with the file said that we needed to restart in order for that to happen. And so I'm going to click the red dot and say yes. And now you can see that we have a folder inside of our Lightroom master folder that says Lightroom Settings. So now we're all set. Everything is good to go, and we're ready to start using Lightroom Classic.